Hello, Libra, and welcome back to Appalachian Tarot. I'm so glad that you have decided to join me for this week's reading. Let's go ahead and jump right into it with... I forgot to put Virgo's card up, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's jump right into it with a Season of the Witch Oracle card. All right. Libra, this is a collective reading for your sign. Sun primarily, but also moon and rising. You're welcome here, as is the cross watcher. Alrighty, and so I just want to say, because it is a collective reading, use your own intuition to determine when the universe is speaking to you, through me, and through the cards. Alright? If something doesn't resonate, that's alright. It's not for you. It's just for someone else who's watching. So, when you do a collective reading, you're picking up on all sorts of energies. So, just keep that in mind. Alright. Well, funnily enough, I put this card in the deck because I'd left it out, as you saw at the beginning of the video, and here it is again. You got the same card that Virgo got, Libra. You got the Goddess card. Alright? Make sure to feel it in your bones, for you are what you believe. Got the same damn card. Alright. Let me read it again. Alright, Libra. Your key word is goddess. A goddess is not available to everyone. Sure, she may receive prayers and offerings, but only a lucky few will ever have the privilege of seeing her true form. A goddess must evaluate a person's true desires to determine whether or not they are pure of heart and will appreciate her gifts. You too are a goddess with the ability to limit access to your energy. Do not feel pressured to say yes to every opportunity requesting your attention. The situation you are inquiring about requires additional evaluation before you can proceed. Does this situation truly align with what you'd like to have in your life right now? Is this something you truly enjoy, or are you settling out of fear or worry that you won't get another chance like this? A goddess never settles because she knows the universe provides unlimited opportunities for her to share her gifts with the world. You too will be blessed over and over again. Give yourself the time and space to consider all of your options before deciding which one will be lucky enough to be a part of your life. If something slips away while you do this, trust that it wasn't worthy of your attention to begin with. And then it lists some different goddesses that are associated with Beltane, which is May Day. And that's the most seasonally appropriate deck that I have right now. And this includes Aphrodite, Astarte, I believe is how you say her name, Diana, Flora, Freya, Venus, and Proserpina. Alright, so some of these are Roman, some are Greek, one's Norse. Alright. What is it, my dear Libra, that you need to be discerning about? I want you to sort of dwell on that. Meditate on it while I shuffle the tarot ahead of our Celtic Cross reading. Okay? What, my sweet Libras, do you need to be more discerning about? Where do you need to draw boundaries? Where does Libra need to draw boundaries? Oh, here we go. Alright. The You Now card is the Queen of Cups. I get the feeling, Libra, that you've been doing a lot of emotional labor for someone or for some group of people. This is a card of deep compassion and of nurturing. But for me, it's that you've been pouring this into others. It feels like you haven't been pouring into yourself the way you need to, Libra. What's blocking you? Ten of Wands. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. I know I butchered that, but that's the quote that came to mind. I feel like this emotional labor that you're doing, you're taking on other people's burdens and pain. You may be an empath, but it's exhausting you. It's like you're absorbing the pain around you. You got the Eight of Wands reversed in your immediate past. You've been waiting for someone to pour into you. Things have been stagnant in a way. Are you in a one-sided love? Like an unrequited love? Or you keep giving this person more than they're giving you? Whatever the situation is, I certainly do feel like you're the one who is giving way more than you're getting back, and you keep waiting to get it back and it's not coming. Like, your needs are never met. You're always meeting everyone else's needs. And you're trying to take on all of this emotional baggage, but it's just, somebody's got to take on your baggage. Somebody's got to take care of Libra. It's like you're taking care of everybody, but nobody's taking care of you. Nothing changes. King of Pentacles reversed. Man, these people are just going to keep taking and taking and taking and taking from you, Libra. If you don't stand up for yourself and draw some boundaries here, Libra, I just, these people are going to keep sucking your energy. It could be a person or it could be people. I get the feeling that this is more than one person. It could be like a partner and then a friend and your family and just a lot of people around you making demands of you, and you being more than willing to provide the emotional labor to take on their burdens. But no one is taking on Libra's burdens, and that's a freaking problem. Because you deserve to be loved just as much as you love. Let me repeat that. You deserve to be loved just as much as you love. And I don't see that anyone is loving you the way you love everyone else. In your conscience, you have the Three of Swords reversed. Yeah. There's just so much pain here, Libra. But I see you, because it's reversed, I'm seeing you being aware that you are at capacity, that you can't take on no more of whatever this is or anything else. Virgo had a similar issue. I think it's the goddess card being in both of yours. I think there's just something going on maybe with your two signs that you're being called on. Virgo's is more about work. Yours is more about emotional labor. Theirs was about like physical labor or intellectual labor. But yours is emotional labor. Yours is like being the caregiver for your family, and not just like taking care of like their material needs, but taking care of their emotional needs. But like you can't keep doing it alone. And people come to you because you are so compassionate, you are so kind, Libra. You really do want to help people. And I think also you give very good advice. I just get the feeling that like you're very wise intellectually as well as emotionally. Like there's just an overall intelligence about you. Anyway, I think you are at capacity, but I think you know you're at capacity. I just see so much pain that you've taken on, and I don't think it's your pain. I think it's other people's pain. Like they're trauma dumping on you and you're letting them. But that is then causing you pain. Like your pain is that you're taking on all their pain, but no one ever checks in with Libra to see how Libra's doing. You're always having to make, I don't know, you're always having to do the work. Your subconscious, what's really driving this situation is the Three of Pentacles. I think you're afraid that if you don't continue to do this emotional labor, these people will no longer want you around, or that they won't be your friends anymore, or that it's going to change the relationship. I think that your need to allow people to use your emotional labor like this and to exploit it comes from an insecurity and a fear of being abandoned or a fear of being alone. But you also understand that this is supposed to be a two-way street. It's give and take. And all they're doing is taking, and all you're doing is giving. I'm just going to say this, Libra, for some of you, you love them more than they love you. And I think that's a fact that if you haven't acknowledged yet, you need to. Again, that's not going to be true for all of you. This is a collective reading. But and your control over the situation is the Five of Pentacles, which to me is the soulmate card. You think you're destined to be with this person, or that these people are you just love them so much, whoever this is or these people are, that you don't want to be without them. This could be your family. This could be your romantic partner. But what I was just thinking there, like I heard Spirit put it on my heart, that your insecurity is maybe unwarranted. I think it is unwarranted. These people are going to be there for you no matter what. If you pull back and set some boundaries, you're not losing anything or anyone. People will understand that and respect it. I get the feeling people are only taking advantage of you, maybe not only, but people are taking advantage of you in large part because you let them. We'll see what the outside influences on this situation is, but well, in fact, let's just go ahead and do that now. Yeah. Look, I get the feeling this was right. With the Queen of Pentacles here, This is a very nurturing and kind energy, but this is the outside influence. There are people who, they're ready to help you. They're willing. If you set some boundaries and say no more, they're going to respect that because they love you. I know I said that for some of you, you love somebody more than they love you. And I think that's true. But the note, I think the key word there is more. You love them more. That doesn't mean they don't care for you. Now, I do think that for some of you, that unrequited energy I got there is here. That these people love you, but not in that way. Or this person loves you, but not in that way. But that's not going to be for all of you. That's someone specific. There's unrequited love here where, but they do like you as a friend. You're just friend zoned. But that's not for all of you. For some of you, this is, I feel like, family. And I think that for those people, especially, this Queen of Pentacles is a card of mutual love. They just may not be as emotionally intelligent as you, or they may just not be able to express their emotions as much, and so you don't see it. They're much more practical than you in that regard, or so they would say. I don't think it's impractical to express emotions, but some people do. Your hopes and fears, yeah, is the Page of Pentacles reversed. You're afraid these people aren't going to stick around. You're afraid of being left alone. You're afraid of you're a people pleaser, Libra. Stop being a people pleaser. Well, it's okay to take care of other people, but you got to take care of yourself and make sure that other people are taking care of you. And I think they're ready to. I think they're willing to listen to you and to be a shoulder for you to cry on too, Libra. Or not. All right, you got the Ten of Cups reversed. In the most likely outcome. It may be that they want to help you, but they're just not as emotionally mature as you. I get the feeling that you're not going to get everything you want out of this. I think that how do I put this? You're expecting too much. Yeah, I think that this is, that other people will accept if you draw boundaries, and they're still going to care about you and be in your life. But then I get the feeling, and they're not necessarily going to walk away, but then I get the feeling that they're still not going to be able to meet your needs the way you want them to. And that could just be that you're very different people. But for some of you specifically, you have got to wake up and realize that this other person is just not that into you. And that is not a reflection on you. Because you are the goddess energy. And that is gender neutral. You could be man, could be woman. But you are a deity. You are compassionate and kind and intelligent, thoughtful. You're a catch. You're just not this person's catch. Okay. But for others, I think it's just that, you're maybe expecting more than what your loved ones can give you. They're going to help you. Again, for y'all, I do get the feeling that, like, they're going to try their best. It's just sometimes other people's best isn't good enough. You know what I mean? I mean, sometimes we want more from our family than we get, But they love us and we love them. And I kind of get the feeling that for some of you, like, they're going to be okay with you, like, drawing those lines and being like, yeah, okay. Like, your sister or your brother might be okay that you can't babysit on the weekends anymore because you want to have a life, for example. But they're not going to go out of their way to, I don't know. They'll be okay with the decision, but they're not going to then be like, oh, what are you doing? Like, or let us set you up. They're not going to be very helpful. They're just going to be family. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, look, what you can't see is the High Priestess card here. You need to start trusting your intuition. I think some of you have turned your intuition off. I hope you haven't, but if you have, turn it back on. Yeah. And listen to what you need. Listen to your heart. Let the universe guide you to have your needs met. And, like, look, I really think this is all going to work out. I think you just, maybe lower your expectations just a little of other people. Because I get the feeling that they are not, like, you're the goddess, but maybe they're not. And that doesn't mean they don't love you. This Queen of Pentacles energy here is very, very much love. Like, it's there's a lot of love here. I just think that, sometimes other people are disappointments. That doesn't mean they don't love us. That doesn't mean they don't care for us. That doesn't mean they're not going to be around when we really need them. But in the day-to-day world, sometimes other people are just disappointments. And this could be just a case of you clearly communicating needs. Because, one thing is, other people can't read your mind, And you may be the type of person who doesn't want to be a bother. Maybe it's okay if you're a bother. Maybe it's not going to be like the big, like, overtly emotional reaction that you're hoping for. Like, oh, yeah, like, I'm so sorry. What can we do to do better? They may just kind of be like, okay, well, do you want to hang out more? Like, come over. It may just be kind of that reaction. Their reaction is going to be more muted than yours, Libra, than what you're kind of expecting or what you're hoping. But I still think it's going to meet your needs in a way. So does that make sense? I don't know if it does or not. I hope I articulated that well. All right, let's do an Oracle of Delphi card here. Just to wrap up this reading with a beautiful Oracle of Delphi card. These I read intuitively, Libra. Okay, actually you got two. Libra got two. All right. Artist, dream, design, craft, create. All right, yeah. You can kind of create a new beginning for yourself here. And, don't be afraid to dream. You're a goddess for Pete's sake. Like, you've got this beautiful energy. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Artists are vulnerable. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. You're taking on everyone else's pain and allowing them to be vulnerable with you, but you need to in turn be vulnerable with them, I think. All right, and the other one is sovereign. Reclaim, preserve, govern, remember. What a wonderful card to end on. You got goddess here, sovereign here. Reclaim your power. All right, draw those boundaries that need to be drawn. I don't know what else to say. I mean, you are more powerful than you realize. You just need to step into that power a little and advocate for your needs. And stop taking on other people's pain, especially if they're not willing to take on some of yours. And for those of you who are in this unrequited love, look, I sympathize, I really do. I get it. I think I've been there. I won't say everyone's been there, but sometimes you just have to face the reality and move on and know that you're okay. But I think for a lot of you, this is just about, telling people that you need some help too. You're doing all the emotional labor, but you need some help. And that's all right, Libra. That's all right, because no one can do it alone. We are not meant to be alone in this world. We are a social species. We are a social species. All right, Libra. Go ahead and ask for help. Articulate your needs. Advocate for yourself, darling. I think you'll be surprised. It may not be the big reaction you're hoping for, but I think it's gonna be a positive shift in your relationship with whoever this is or whoever these people are. All right. I love you, my sweet Libras. Goodbye.